Are you a fan of horror movies?
I know I am.
Ooh. Do you like scary stuff? I've been a big fan of horror movies since I was a little kid. I remember, it wasn't the first movie we saw in the theater. I remember the first one was Bambi. And the second, Bambi's mother was shot. We had to be escorted from the theater.
We couldn't handle the trauma. It was too much for us. So our mother had to take us out. And that wasn't the first time.
Well, that's how I guess Bambi just ended for us for years, because it was a really sad story, you guys. It was just an awful ending to a Disney film, I would say.
It was like Hereditary, that kind of experience.
But there were a lot of great ones, like Nightmare on Elm Street, still one of my favorites.
Who could ever get sick of this? Just the image of this is forever in your head.
You guys may think I'm just all about Barbie, whatever, but I love all kinds of toys. Like, Raggedy Ann. Did you know this was Annabelle?
There's something not quite right in the face.
A lot of people love rag dolls.
That's some voodoo shit if you're into like these kind of dolls. I mean, one little poke and we used to be witches too. Well, I mean, let's be real. If you were a teenager in that time and you were cool at all, you were calling the corners every day.
Hail to the guardians of the watchtowers of the north.
Power of Mother and Earth. We both share the exact same favorite actor of all time.
People laugh when we say this, but I still stick to it. It's Jennifer Tilly.
Absolutely.
I love Jennifer Tilly. Bullets Over Broadway. She is a treasure. And luckily, we still have her on the new series for Chucky.
Can you imagine if we were kids and somebody got us this? You know how fancy this is for a kid?
Well, I mean, this is fancy for an adult.
Yeah.
You know, Trick or Treat Studios makes not only did they make this replica of the Freddy Krueger hand.
Good God.
But they also made this replica from Child's Play 2. This is maybe the most true to life looking Chucky doll this is like right out of the movie. Let's take a closer look at him.
Oh, look at the kicks.
Oh yeah. This is a good guy doll. This is one of the most accurate replicas I've seen of a good guy doll. And
the fabric is really nice too.
He feels so good in your hands. Now, this one from Trick or Treat Studios, it's for the adult collector. It is not a hard body inside. It's meant to just be a replica. They didn't have to go all the way, and he doesn't talk or anything like that.
Just want to show this is such an iconic part of who he is. Blood prints,
Our father had a major fear of dolls growing up, sort of ironic. And Chucky especially would freak him out, especially if you saw teeth.
So we would freeze the frame of the movie on the TV right when Chucky was coming at you, and then have our father walk in to see Chucky. Scared the shit out of him. What a baby. What a baby.
It's embarrassing. And if you guys want your own good guy doll, I mean, you can get all different sorts of versions of them. Some where he's all stitched together and stuff like that. I just wanted the original. This one I've had for a long time. Trick or Treat Studios. These are pretty pricey. I mean, I think you can why, where the money comes from. This is a lot of work. They really went all out with this doll. If you want your own good guy doll, they make some of the best horror movie replicas out there. And this certainly isn't the only one we're gonna show you today.
Can you give just like a kind of price, what he's worth? Just so people know how much, if they wanted something like this,
they also make a Tiffany doll.
This would be awesome, but how much would somebody have to pay for a doll?
Probably around $500.
Did you pay about that much?
I don't want to say.
Okay.
He's not cheap. I love Chucky.
Who wouldn't love Chucky?
How about we move on from actual dolls in movies that scare people to another fear that people have, which would be clowns.
I'm not scared of clowns. Are you?
As a child, I thought clowns were horrifying.
Oh, and I didn't think they were at all. I thought they were just stupid. I thought they were adults acting silly.
Let's take a look at a couple clowns right now. Art the Clown is pretty homosexual, I have to say.
I would say absolutely. Art the Clown is a gay icon when it comes to horror villains.
Now, is he exactly a great representation of the community?
I think any representation is good for me.
And this Art the Clown here comes from Trick or Treat Studios as well, just like the Chucky doll. Those Terrifier movies are the most intense, gory, out there flicks.
October 25th, 2024, there's going to be Terrifier 3 comes out, and it is Christmas. Christmas heaven.
There's a teaser out there that looks really fun. Now, I've seen some people on YouTube not be crazy about the fact that he's not like blood splattered and stuff. Like I saw someone add their own blood and stuff to his outfit. His face is all blood splattered and so are his hands. But the thing about Art the Clown is he cleans up all the time.
He does laundry like nobody's business. The balloons get in your way.
That brings us to another clown here, Pennywise. Now this is the new Pennywise, as you can obviously tell. This is from Hot Toys. And
what is Hot Toys?
Sideshow. Sideshow is pretty much like the Integrity Toys of boy stuff. The face molds that Hot Toys and other stuff from Sideshow put together are incredible and very true to life. You know, it sort of dates back. He's got this like Victorian, Edwardian sort of doll thing about him.
One of the commenters on your channel said that I look like Bill Skarsgård, and so now when I see Pennywise, hey, I'll take that compliment, because normally it's something like Steve Buscemi or something.
I've heard Steve Buscemi.
I'll take Pennywise any day.
They always provide extra head molds, different heads, so you can change it up. And there's even a space in this one where he's down in the sewer. You can see him peeking out of the sewer. There's a little skateboard, a chopped off, bitten off limb here. But if you are into action figures and, you know, more quote boys toys, Sideshow.com is pretty much the place to go if you want the highest quality action figures. You know, there's another type of villain out there that is not clown, but vampires. Let's bring out a couple of those. Okay, we have got two more figures here from Sideshow, and I mean, come on. Bela Lugosi as Dracula, and then what I like even more, Nosferatu. And these are some of the most premium figures you can get here. They even come with their own coffins. This is Nosferatu's.
That is so nice. They're heavy as bricks, by the way.
Well, especially the Dracula coffin. This is one of the heaviest pieces. Now, I don't know about you guys. I never thought of Bela Lugosi as all that scary as Dracula.
We grew up, okay, you have to give us credit because we grew up watching Plan 9 from Outer Space. We watched Ed Wood, and
that was more how we saw Bela Lugosi.
It's the only way I can see him.
You know, when he turns into a bat and you just see the bat on the string, like flapping around the room. But I do have a soft spot for the Universal Monster movies like Wolfman and Invisible Man, Creature from the Black Lagoon, all that stuff. And both of these have like magnetic stands and even like amazingly high quality wardrobes, fabrics. It's just top of the line. This Nosferatu figure even has like little flocking behind his ears.
Oh.
And a really insanely good sculpt. And inside the coffin, you'll even get another head sculpt. There are little rats and different hands and different accessories. Again, if you want like top quality figures, go to Sideshow.com. Their Iron Men are some of the most popular figures out there. I've got some RoboCops. And if we're gonna move on to one more little section here, it's gotta be monsters. Briefly, I want to talk about this thing right here. I don't think we're even in doll territory exactly, but NECA is something I haven't mentioned yet. And NECA definitely makes more affordable figures. This one, for the detail, the size, big chap, Alien. I don't know if any of you are Alien fans out there, but just take a look at how wild something like this is.
This thing is so heavy.
Quarter scale figure, really big, lots of detail. This is just an example of something that NECA does do a lot of the time. And you know, we were talking about gay icons, and we would be remiss not to mention Sigourney Weaver. This is a really cool piece. If you guys at all are into action figures and horror figures, I wanted to bring up something from NECA. And I think that this Alien figure is just one of the great ones you can get. But back to our childhood, and I know you guys have caught glimpses of these guys in the back of my videos before. Aww, Gizmo, Gremlins. I mean,
Is Gremlins a Christmas movie or not? To me, I only watch it around Christmas time.
you know it's Howie Mandel does the voice of Gizmo.
Really? Howie Mandel used to have this career back in the day, like doing kid shows and stuff, and
Bobby's World.
he was the Bobby's World guy, and I'm like, what a weird career. I'm noticing he's acting a little bit weird, and I looked at the clock, and our clocks don't exactly match. Like, see,
No, wait, when did we feed him?
it was 11:30, but the clock here says 1:30, and that can't be right.
They're not always cute and cuddly. Like I said, guys, Trick or Treat Studios makes some of the best, closest replicas
This
you can
is-
find.
This is the exact size as a Gremlin.
I know some of you have mentioned him before in the comments, and how could you not? This is wild.
This is one of my favorite pieces in the whole collection,
I even
without doubt.
I even have another little gremlin here from NECA. Remember the flasher? My favorite part of the first movie. I mean, I think it's everyone's favorite part when they're all in the bar. Whenever the gremlin flashes, that is probably the funniest part of the movie.
It's like some John Waters kind of camp.
Having a full-on horror flick that's designed for the whole family that really still feels like horror.
That movie held up so damn well.
I hope you guys had some fun taking a look at some of the most horrifying yet delightful dolls.
You know, I just love all this stuff. I just love all this stuff.
You guys let us know which of these was your favorite. What are some other toys, some other horror toys that we're missing out on?
Is this your thing? If it's not, I understand, but it might be a nerdy video, but this is us.
I wonder, are there a lot of Barbie fans who also love horror dolls? I mean, there's Monster High.
Close.
That's horror themed.
We're getting there. There's something thrilling for a child about a horror movie too, right? It gets your heart pumping, it's fun.
Do you have a Chucky doll? Do you have your own gremlin? Let us know in the comments. Remember, anyone who subscribes to my channel will automatically be entered into my monthly giveaways over on Instagram, so follow me over there. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you.
We will see you next time. Bye.